Have you ever felt like you're standing in front of a locked door? You've prayed. You've waited. You've hoped. And yet nothing seems to be changing. If that's where you are right now, then listen carefully, because this message may be exactly what you need to hear today. God is saying, "My child, I have heard every prayer you whispered in private. I have seen every tear that fell when no one else was watching. I have not forgotten you, and I have not abandoned you." The waiting season has been difficult. There were days when you felt strong, and there were days when you felt like giving up. There were moments when your faith was unshakable, and moments when you questioned whether God was listening at all. But God wants you to understand something important. A delay is not a denial. Just because the door has not opened yet does not mean it never will. Sometimes God keeps a door closed because He is preparing something behind it. Sometimes He is protecting you from walking into something before the right time. And sometimes He is preparing you for a blessing that is bigger than what you originally asked for. Think about Joseph in the Bible. Joseph had dreams from God. He believed God had a purpose for his life. But instead of immediately stepping into that purpose, Joseph faced betrayal, rejection, and years of waiting. His brothers sold him. He was falsely accused. He spent years in prison. If Joseph had looked only at his circumstances, he could have easily believed that God had forgotten him. But God was working behind the scenes. Every delay had a purpose. Every setback was preparing him for something greater. And at exactly the right moment, God opened a door that no one could shut. Joseph went from prisoner to ruler. Not because he forced the door open. Not because he gave up and walked away. But because he trusted God's timing. Maybe that's what God is asking you to do today. Trust His timing. Because the truth is, God sees things that you cannot see. You see today. God sees tomorrow. You see the obstacle. God sees the opportunity behind it. You see the closed door. God sees the perfect moment when that door will finally open. Right now, there may be things happening that you don't understand. Perhaps you're wondering why a relationship ended. Why an opportunity disappeared. Why your plans didn't work out. Why your prayers seem unanswered. But what if the closed door was actually protecting you? What if God knew that what you wanted was not what you truly needed? And what if the door that is about to open is far better than the one that closed? God often works in ways we don't expect. Sometimes the blessing arrives through an unexpected conversation. Sometimes it comes through a new opportunity. Sometimes it begins with a small step that seems insignificant at first. But everything changes when God decides it is time. That's why you must not lose hope. Do not allow disappointment to convince you that your story is over. Do not allow fear to tell you that nothing will ever change. Do not allow your current situation to define your future. God is bigger than your circumstances. He is bigger than your problems. He is bigger than the delays you've experienced. And He is able to do more than you can imagine. Maybe you've been praying for financial breakthrough. Maybe you've been praying for healing. Maybe you've been praying for restoration in your family. Maybe you've been praying for direction and clarity. Whatever it is, remember this. God hears every prayer. Not some prayers. Every prayer. Even the ones spoken through tears. Even the ones whispered late at night. Even the ones you've repeated 100 times. God hears them all. And while you are waiting, He is working. Even when you cannot see it. Even when you cannot feel it. Even when nothing seems to be happening. God is working. Many people quit right before their breakthrough arrives. They become discouraged. They stop believing. They stop praying. They stop trusting. And they walk away too soon. Don't make that mistake. You have come too far to give up now. You have survived things you once thought would destroy you. You have overcome challenges that seemed impossible. And if God carried you through those seasons, He can carry you through this one too. In fact, the very fact that you're listening to this message may not be an accident. Perhaps God wanted to remind you that your story is still being written. The chapter you're in right now is not the final chapter. The waiting season is not the destination. It is part of the journey. And every step of the journey has a purpose. God is developing your character, strengthening your faith, teaching you patience, preparing you for responsibilities that come with the blessing. Because blessings are not only about receiving, they are also about being ready. A person who is prepared can sustain a blessing. A person who is unprepared can lose it. That's why God's preparation is often just as important as God's provision. So instead of asking, "Why is this taking so long?" try asking, "God, what are you teaching me during this season?" Instead of focusing on what you don't have, focus on what God is doing inside you. Because one day you may look back and realize that the waiting season changed you in ways you never expected. It made you stronger, wiser, more faithful, more grateful, and more prepared for the future God had planned all along. Today, God is saying, "My child, keep moving forward. Keep believing. Keep praying. Keep trusting. The door that I have prepared for you cannot be stopped by people, circumstances, or obstacles. When I open it, no one will be able to close it. So don't quit. Don't give up. And don't lose hope. Your breakthrough may be closer than you think. The opportunity you've been praying for may be nearer than you realize. The answer you've been waiting for may already be on its way. Stay faithful. Stay patient. And remember, God's timing is never late. It is always perfect. If this message spoke to your heart today, comment below. I trust God's timing. And if you're believing for a breakthrough, subscribe and join this community of faith. Remember this as you go about your day. The door you prayed for is not forgotten. God is still working. And when the right moment comes, the door will open. God bless you.